Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome to North Texas. It's so crazy that I'm saying that, but I am here in Texas this weekend to do an event at Green Acres, Texas for Proven Winners. We did it this morning. I did it this morning. Shannon was there with me and it was so much fun. I want to introduce you all to Shannon. She has a YouTube channel here in Texas called Grow Roots and it is fantastic.
Thank you.
Are a plant nerd. And
Yes.
you like to show off your plants just like I do.
I do.
Shannon messaged me and was like, Janie, you should come see my garden. And I stalked her on Instagram and YouTube and I saw her April front garden tour and back garden tour. And I was like, hey, when can I come to your house? When can I come see your house? So how long have you lived here?
17 years.
Wow, so long time.
But I have not been a plant nerd for 17 years. I'm like many of everybody who got into it in 2020 during COVID when we were stuck at home. Mm-hmm. And then I just fell in love and started watching YouTube channels like you. Yeah. And you totally inspired me and my garden and many of the things here.
I love it.
It's full circle for me today. Thank you for being here.
I love it. Well, let me turn the camera around and we'll show off Shannon's garden. Now, your garden's not huge. How big is your garden?
Goodness, I can't even tell you square footage wise, but I live in a small suburban neighborhood north of Dallas, Texas. And so many of you know these small garden spaces and that's what I have.
And honestly, I think that's great because it's really focusing on all the plants and the amount of plants that you fit in this small garden. Holy cow. And there's more to come. She seeds everything. You do winter sowing. You're a winter sowing master. And then tell everybody about how you were sowing for your whole neighborhood.
Yeah. So this year I winter sowed 500 plants. A little overwhelming, but it was so much fun. They all are around my backyard patio. But we gave away 225 plants to the neighbors in our community. And they were all Texas Tough plants. It was on purpose that way so that they could put those into their garden and know that they would survive. And I've gotten messages from people who have given me pictures and they've said, look how great it's doing, Shannon. I'm actually keeping it alive. Yay! And that just warms my heart.
See, you're starting people in gardening.
Yes.
You're getting them going.
I'm trying.
I love that.
I'm trying.
All right, let me turn the camera around and we will show off Shannon's garden. Okay. First of all, I was driving up and I knew exactly which house was yours because you were a silly goose.
Yep.
I knew you silly goose. So tell me about your front yard. It's so colorful and beautiful. I love it.
Yes. So I love color.
No. Really?
Absolutely. The more color, the better. And I just want it all. This year's theme is kind of rainbow. I'm trying to get reds and yellows and oranges and greens and blues and purples all throughout this garden. And
I love it.
I still have my pansies that are in this front border.
So we're in May, beginning of May right now. I'm surprised the pansies are still going. That's crazy. They look good too.
They actually do pretty well here in Texas. They love the winter. They will continue to bloom in winter, but I do have a trick for this front border, and I think it's what keeps these annuals growing strong. And so hold on.
You're going to tell your trick, right?
Yep. I'm telling you my trick right now. Let me see if I can do this. These are potted in terracotta pots.
Oh my gosh. Why? How? Why?
Okay.
Why?
So I noticed a couple years ago that all of these annuals were really having a hard time and I would have sudden plant death just here in the front. We also have a mold problem, so I thought maybe the moles were, and they were. I could find the tunnels under here because it's right against this stone.
Yeah.
But also the vitex tree roots that we have are coming all the way over here. So I thought that the roots might be taking some of the nutrients. So I decided to start planting them in terracotta pots. I've done it 2 years in a row now, and I've had so much success with all of the annuals that I put in. And it's really going to be great because I'm going to take these out in a couple days and I have pots. I'll show them. They're on my porch.
They're ready.
They're ready to go. I'm just going to put them in the spot and it's going to be done.
My mouth is open right now because I'm like, this is such a genius. What a great idea.
So the terracotta pots are very purposeful because they breathe, right? They can soak in the water from the soil that's around them. And then nothing can get, like the moles aren't going to get into the roots and the vitex roots aren't going to be intermingling, like nothing's going to bother them. So they have their nice little potting soil and their biotone, which I add to everything.
Yeah.
And they're happy and they're annuals, so they don't have to last forever. You just pop
No.
them out and put new ones in.
I absolutely, can you guys tell she has a YouTube channel? Because she's like great at talking and explaining things. I'm just sitting here like, go Shannon, talk. Like, no, but that is fantastic. Like, what a great idea. I'm sitting here thinking where I need to put like where that's going to solve a problem that I have. Absolutely.
Well, I know you have gophers.
Yes.
And so,
and
but
ground
you would
squirrels
need
and all that kind of stuff.
You do a good job with your gopher cages, though.
Yeah.
I think that works pretty
Yeah,
well.
but what a great idea. And I have to say, I feel like that would make it easier to switch plants out. You know what I mean? Because you have everything already. That's so great. Yeah. Now, how do you irrigate these? Do you have drip or do you?
Yes, all of the garden beds are drip irrigation. And I'm trying to get all of the containers hooked up to drip irrigation as well. Yeah. There are many more containers this year than ever before, and so I need to add.
It's creep.
Some of that.
You just keep adding and adding and adding. I love it.
But all in the back is where the perennials are. So those are daylilies.
These are so pretty.
A peach variety.
Oh, these are so gorgeous.
I have Sweet William that's still blooming,
looking
as
good.
Well.
Yeah.
Back there, those are incredible. That's double scoop mandarin echinacea or coneflower.
Beautiful.
The coneflowers do really well here. Very heat tolerant, drought tolerant, and that is one of my favorite varieties. It's beautiful.
Cool. I just love that. I love going to different gardens in different areas and just hearing what works really well and what what the good things are. And you're really good at pointing out like the Texas, like this is a Texas plant.
That's my
I know
thing.
Vitex. I learned
Vitex. Yes.
I learned that they call this Texas lilac. I had no idea they called Vitex Texas lilac, but it makes sense.
And it's just beginning to bloom. Almost there, but you can already see all of the bees are all over it. And then the butterflies will get there as well. They just absolutely love it. And Vitex is tough. I actually do need to go in. There's some suckers that are coming up.
But look at how pretty this is. Look at how beautiful this shot is right here. It's so gorgeous.
So I have Burgundy Glow Ajuga, and then another ground cover is variegated Vinca, and it's just kind of filled in. Janie, you talk about microclimates, and that's where I learned how to deal with this garden space because nothing was really thriving here because it's shaded.
Right.
Now, once I learned, like, oh my gosh, microclimates. Yes, so I need shade plants here and full sun here. Sorry, neighbors.
Hi, Pop. I know.
But the other thing that is in here is this hydrangea.
It's gorgeous.
This is an endless summer hydrangea.
Oh, look at that color. Look at that. You know what that reminds me of? Lisa Frank.
Yes,
Lisa Frank, right?
Yes, all of the different colors in there.
Much. Oh, it's just so beautiful.
But people here in Texas, they say that you cannot grow hydrangeas, and my thing, I love hydrangeas. It's right plant, right space. Yep. So you have to. They need to be in shade. They just do. Yeah. They need maybe 1 to 2 hours of morning sun is best in order to bloom really well and thrive. But they can grow. They also need some soil conditions and some extra love and care in terms of watering and things. But if you give them what they need, they will thrive.
It's worth it. Yes. And it looks so good. And then you can brag and you can say, look what I grew.
Yes.
Look what I did. Oh, I just love this.
So Sunshine Ligustrum is in the back there.
That's what your hedge is?
Yes, that's what that is.
Wow.
And you talked about whiteflies today. This guy was majorly infested with whiteflies.
Shannon's talking about my event. We were talking about pests and whiteflies and all that kind of stuff. So what did you do for the whiteflies?
Well, I did IPM just like you were talking about. So I started with the water. Water wasn't working, I'll be honest. It was infested.
Yeah.
And then I tried the insecticidal soap, and it didn't really work. It helped for a day and then not again. I went down the list of all of the things, and I ended up having to use some systemic insecticide last year. Now, I would never use systemic insecticide if I thought that it was going to get into the root systems of the flowers.
Right.
But the root systems of the Sunshine Ligustrum are way back, so it's not going to kill the beneficial, bees and butterflies and pollinators. So that's why I used that systemic insecticide. I tried, nothing else worked. So that's what's worked.
And you know what? That's the perfect way to describe how to do it correctly.
Yes.
It's not like it's a bad thing, that you're using a pesticide or anything like that, but you used it responsibly and correctly and solved your problem. Maybe not 100%. So I don't think we can ever 100% solve whiteflies, but you know what? We can make it bearable.
Yes.
So your pots are looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Tell me about these.
This is my succulent pot. It's really just, ice plant right now because the portulaca and the purslane that were there last year, their seedlings are coming up, but they didn't survive the winter.
Okay.
It's a new, to me, succulent called Louisia that I grew from seed,
Oh,
but
fun.
it's very slow to get started.
Yeah, I gotta be patient. How
this is all just zinnias
how
that
do you
I
have
grew.
zinnias already? You have zinnias and you have pansies at the same time.
Winter sowing.
Isn't that funny?
So I've tried winter sowing summer annuals, which that's kind of against winter sowing.
Yeah.
But if you do it 2 to 3 weeks before your average last frost date,
Yeah.
you can winter sow summer annuals as well. And that's how I get the blooms as early as I get the blooms. This is Celosia Dracula Red.
Did you winter sow that?
No.
Oh.
So I got it as a Halloween plant, and then it seeded itself.
Oh my gosh.
And the seedlings were alive when we had our ice storm and went down to 10 degrees.
Did you protect it or?
Yeah, so in the 10-degree weather, I put a bucket over them. But in our other freezes, I didn't protect them. I wasn't really trying to get them to survive. Yeah. I was like, it's Celosia. Celosia is not supposed to be able to be frost hardy.
Like I would never imagine you'd be able to handle that.
But yeah, it there it is, and they survived. And so I guess
you really push the boundaries, don't you? My goodness,
they survived because they wanted to. That's the only reason.
Fun.
That's why.
And then beautiful. Look at all this.
Just alyssum and dianthus. That's all that's in there.
I love it. Do you guys come and sit out here and relax?
This is my husband's favorite spot to relax, but the backyard is my favorite. The
backyard's very, very nice.
It's great.
Now tell me about this guy.
So this is a hydrangea, variegated lace cap hydrangea. One of my favorite plants, hands down, ever.
I mean, just being in the shade, the variegation pops. It looks so good. I just love it. It's
about to be in full bloom. It's got a bloom on almost every single tip.
Look at that. Look at that. And I mean, you get the benefit of the variegation, which is just incredible. It's just so great.
So this is what's going to go in place of the pansies in the front border. They are ready to go.
Look at that. And so you're just going to put the pot straight in the ground.
Yep. And it's the same size.
Aren't
and then
you clever?
Dwarf gomphrena is going to go behind that. So I have those in regular pots. I don't have issues with that second layer, and so they just get planted in the soil.
Straight in the ground.
Yeah, but that's going to be gomphrena.
Wow. I am so I'm trying to wrap my brain around this concept, and I'm like kind of thinking about, it's like going through the whole thing. I'm like, this is genius. This is really, really smart. Oh my God. I just noticed your ivy.
So that's full. Variegated English ivy, and it's evergreen here for us in North Texas. So it's
went a little crazy with the variegation, huh?
It's loving life, I guess. I don't know.
I love that.
There's an azalea here.
Pretty.
Then let me show you.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's backtrack just a sec, because I don't want to miss the Carolina Sapphire Cypress.
Yeah.
This, I think, would do great in your garden if you like it.
Yeah,
but,
it's beautiful.
Gosh, it's native to Arizona, and I have found it to be extremely tolerant of the heat and extremely tolerant of the drought, but also it doesn't mind getting too wet. As a matter of fact, it will grow more if it's in a wet environment. It's
Say the name
extremely
again.
adaptable.
Say the name.
Carolina Sapphire Cypress.
Carolina Sapphire Cypress. I have to say, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
I found this at Green Acres.
You did?
Yeah, 2 years ago. Well, a year and a half ago.
I just love it. It's so beautiful, and it's such a statement for your house. I mean, that's how I recognize that in the silly goose is how so the silly goose I'm talking about, she's got this goose right here that is just the cutest little thing. And what does it do? Like protect your house or welcomes everybody home, all that kind of stuff.
We love her.
Tell me about the begonia, and then we can go in the backyard.
So this is canary wing begonia.
Wow.
And it was purchased last year as an annual, and I only took it inside during our ice storm for 5 days. Wow. The 5 days of 10-degree temperatures is when it came inside. It has withstood multiple hard freezes and still looks like this.
It is quite a showpiece right here. It is quite. Yes. It's kind of stealing the thunder from the other pots. They're beautiful underneath it.
And the light.
And the light. Yeah, exactly. But it's just so cool. Yeah. What a neat plant. I definitely need to get something like that. But what a great way to welcome everybody.
Yes.
So your front garden is absolutely beautiful, but I think your back garden even tops it. Yeah. So let's go see that in the backyard. Okay, Shannon, so we're in your backyard.
Here it
is. This you don't expect from your front yard, and then you come back here and you're like, oh, Oh, I see why you're obsessed with gardening, because you have this
Yes,
beautiful space back here. So
absolutely.
what is this back up on? This is like a wild
So
wilderness area?
this is a protected area behind us. This will never go away. It is the watershed of the Louisville Lake, which
Wow.
is just south of us. And so this is kind of why we bought our house. We
Yep.
just fell in love with this
Yep.
view and the wildlife that goes along with it. Like I'm hearing hawks and owls all day long. We
Wow.
have raccoons. We have everything that goes along with the wilderness, but
Well,
I love it because I love nature too. So
I was like, do you walk back there? And she says, well, there's some poisonous snakes. I'm like, excuse me? What? I guess that's Texas for you, right?
That's Texas. So we have cottonmouths and copperheads that we have to be careful of.
Oh
but
my goodness.
they stay away for the most part because we keep this area pretty clean.
Yeah.
And we can see if there's a copperhead or cottonmouth. But into the garden areas, I'm very careful. But
well, I guess we have rattlesnakes, but it's
yes,
still scary to think about that, you know?
Yes,
this is
absolutely.
just so beautiful. What a fantastic backdrop. I mean, you don't even need to plant like a hedge of thuya, or like you don't even need to do that because you already naturally
Yes.
have it. It is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's so many parts of your garden that like I say let's start with the shed garden.
I always start with the shed garden when I do my garden tours.
Okay.
This is a brand new garden put in just August of last year, so it's 7 months old only, and I filled it with Texas Tough perennials for the most part. And they're doing so great. I'm so happy about it.
This is probably the garden why I was like, oh yeah, I want to go see your house. Because I saw this and I was like, well, first of all, the lemon coral sedum border.
Yes.
I mean, you can't beat that. That looks so
it just pops.
good.
They're all blooming right now. And I actually really like the blooms. I know they're not grown for them, but they're really, really pretty. And it just pops. And the daylilies behind
I'm mean to
it.
the lemon coral sedum when I say I don't like the blooms. I'm being mean to it, and I want to apologize to it. It is very, very pretty, especially with the daylilies behind it. What kind of daylilies?
When I designed this garden, I just had this vision of the daylilies behind the lemon coral sedum. And then I also have daffodils and muscari that are planted all throughout. And the daylilies hide the daffodil foliage that's still up.
Perfect.
And like here's the muscaria seeding itself, which is really cool actually.
Yeah.
I need to collect that. I need to grow those.
You want to pause and get your seeds?
No, it's okay. But
I love that.
That was a vision that I had, and it has come to life very, very quickly. These are called Stella d'Oro daylilies, and it's like your iceberg roses that you talk about. Like commercial landscapers plant them everywhere here in Texas because they do so well. But there's a reason. They're just stunning.
You know, I've actually heard of these.
I've
they're so popular.
Yeah.
I've actually heard of these. And they're absolutely beautiful. Just like iceberg roses, there's a reason why they get planted in the parking lots, because they do so well and they look so pretty.
Yes.
They look great.
We've got some Shasta daisies that are not blooming. Oh, my Veronica just bloomed today, you guys.
Oh, for the tour.
Yes, just for the tour.
Isn't that pretty?
I don't even know what type of Veronica. It was the last Veronica that I saw at one of the nurseries, and it's hard to find here, but that's,
This garden bed is you said 7 months old?
7 months old.
Good job. I mean, good job. This is fantastic.
We have some Russian sage. There's a Alexandrina magnolia tree in the back there.
Oh, fun.
I got to tell you guys about blanket flower.
Okay.
This is, if people ask me what is a plant that I could plant today that I would not have to worry about dying, and this is it. This is blanket flower, also known as Gaillardia. This was grown from seed. Wasn't like a cultivar or anything at the big box stores.
Right.
This is grown from seed, which is why it's so big and kind of leggy.
Yeah.
If you want to call it leggy.
No, I think it looks beautiful.
But this is literally the first plant to bloom and the last plant to finish.
What?
I had one of these encased in ice.
No.
A bloom was blooming encased in ice in our ice storm in January. So it was blooming in 10-degree weather.
Oh
I'm
my
not
gosh. Okay.
So blanket flower, like I feel like and it likes full sun or part sun. You just can't go wrong with blanket flower.
I love it. I love plants like that where people can be like, trust me, this is a good one.
Yes.
Trust me.
And we gave away a lot of these blanket flower. This is one of them that I gave to everybody.
Aww. Did you give those away for free, or did you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, the seeds kind of were donated by myself, but all of the potting soil, all of the equipment that was used to grow these for winter sowing, the HOA paid for because it was part of our landscape committee budget. And so it was free to, that's the point of our landscape committee. We want to give these things away for people and they can do this too.
But I have to say, I was driving down the street and there's a couple of your neighbors that are gardeners.
A couple of them, yes.
I drove by and I was like, is that her house? No, that's just another really beautiful garden. So you guys, you have some gardeners in this neighborhood.
I'm telling you, if you had gone, Stacy is a lady that joined me today at Green Acres that got to meet you. If you had gone, I have 2 garden tours of Stacy's. Like, she's incredible. Like my garden tours with her garden do better than my garden tours do.
Yeah, all the Michael Glassman garden tours do better than my garden tours. Check out her channel. Say your channel, Grow Roots. It's
called Grow Roots.
I'll link it in the description down below, and then you can check out her garden tours and Stacy's garden tours, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Now tell me about this bed.
This is 100% shade, except for this little tiny corner that gets late afternoon sun.
Yeah.
Which they do okay. That's Brunnera, but a majority of what you see are hostas. Don't pay attention to this one that's eaten by the snails, but
look at
that one is gorgeous. That's an Elabroa Costa.
Here's my hand so you guys can see how like that's crazy.
You're not going to believe how much I paid for these hosta.
How much?
2 years ago, summer clearance. $1.
Don't you just love that?
They were $1 a piece.
Just make your heart sing that you paid $1 for this? You know, like you can't beat that. That's amazing. And then eventually you can divide them and have even more.
And I thought about doing that this year. I just did not get around to it.
So pretty. So I love this little shade garden area.
So then this is another super Texas tough plant, autumn fern. Beautiful. It is so tough and wonderful, and I just
look at that color. Look at how beautiful that is.
This bottom foliage again was evergreen in 10-degree weather.
Wow.
So it's a really tough plant.
Like I said, you have packed so much into a garden. We are a quarter of the way through your garden and you've already showed us so much stuff. It's just incredible. This is so cool. What a neat place to live. All right, now this is your OG garden, right?
Yep, this is the original garden when we put in our patio. This is what got me started in loving gardening. The only full sun location in my backyard is right here, and it is just bursting. It's survival of the fittest at this point because everything's coming up everywhere. The yarrow is trying to take over. The hollyhock are trying to take over. Tell everybody about this plant right here because this is really interesting. Oh, sure. This is dwarf ruellia, Mexican petunia. This variety is pink, but it's a really great border plant. It loves life, and pretty soon in the summertime it'll be all pink blooms there.
And it's not as invasive as the taller one?
No, the Mexican petunia tall variety can get invasive up here, but the dwarf variety, for me, it doesn't. Now, there are some of them that have doubled, and free plants, that's the way I look at that.
I think that as to me, that's a benefit.
Yes,
you know, that's a good thing. And then your spirea, I know, well, in your April video, this one was like
full
pink.
bloom.
It was like full bloom.
I need to come back and deadhead these for sure. But this one is double play Big Bang spirea. Double play Big Bang.
Gorgeous.
And this one over here is the double poor thing, candy corn spirea. It had gotten taken over by that hollyhock, but it's still peeking through and still doing amazing. And candy corn is my favorite.
Doing better than my candy corn spirea.
Really?
My butterfly bush took it over, and I'm like, survival of the fittest.
I was cutting off hollyhock leaves. I was like, no, you are not going to take this.
Look at how beautiful that is. That looks so good. By the way, you guys, I want to say, and a huge thank you to Shannon. I contacted her last night to ask her if I could come. She messaged me, and last night I was like, hey, are you available? So this is what her garden looks like I mean, I'm sure you did something this morning, but this is what your garden looks like. You are such a gardener. This is so amazing, so beautiful, and I just appreciate you letting me crash here and come in.
We are so thankful to have you. You are welcome anytime with any kind of notice, Janie. But
thank you.
Yeah.
So your containers.
So this is how I deal with all of the small space gardening and growing all of the things that I want to grow is I grow them in containers on the edges of my patio. So
you have a number of them.
I have over 60 of them this year. If you count the ones in the front yard, I have over 60 containers with all of the things that I like to grow.
Look at how happy this planter is. This is so beautiful. beautiful.
Lantana, zinnias.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Again, like most of this is stuff that was grown from seed, and then I buy certain things that I want here and there, like the Supertunia Hoopla Vivid Orchid.
Look how good that looks.
Yeah.
It's just...
I got it with the Supervena Cobalt, and I can't get the Supervena Cobalt to stay in bloom, but it will.
You know what?
I think it will.
I think it's a little early. I think it'll start blooming. Oh, I just noticed your clematis. Look how pretty that looks. That's gorgeous.
The clematis is, those are the last 3 blooms on that clematis, I think.
Yeah, and then it's pretty much done. Oh, and I see phlox. Look at this.
Yes,
you're double layered with your pots.
There's a reason there's pots down there.
Okay.
And it's because when I have a hard time growing things, I start putting them in pots. But here's where the raccoons come in. When they come into my garden, they come in here.
Okay.
And then my dogs chase them straight from the door, straight back here. So everything that I have planted here in the ground has died because it gets trampled on by raccoons and dogs. So now everything is in here, but it's in a pot. So I'm hoping that it's more protected and
maybe
that they
it'll
won't
keep
die.
them away from it or something like that.
We actually haven't seen raccoons since I put those pots there. So maybe it's working.
Thing.
Maybe.
I'm glad you have dogs to scare the raccoons away. That's a good thing.
The raccoons don't mind.
Tell me about your winter sowing, because you are kind of obsessed.
I'm obsessed with winter sowing. In addition to small space gardening, I'm a very frugal gardener. And so I don't have all the money to purchase all of the plants that I want to grow. It's so much less expensive to winter sow, even as opposed to regular seed starting for me. I do have some of the equipment like the grow lights and the fans. And for me, it's too much work. I don't have time for that. I just don't. Winter sowing is so easy. It's literally just, this is just a milk jug. And it's still in the milk jug, you guys. It's still there because I haven't found a spot for it. But you just put it there and put it on your patio and make sure that it's watered, and that's all you have to do. And the other reason that winter sowing is the best is because the plants that come out from being winter sown, they are the toughest plants I think you can get. They are not babied little seedlings that you have to harden off. They are grown in the tough conditions of Texas, and they are the toughest that you can get. And that is why when we gave away all of our 225 plants to the residents, they're all telling me that they have survived because they have been winter sown, because they are super tough and they can take anything that you can put at them. So that's why I'm so obsessed with winter sowing.
I love listening to you talk about this.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing, is that this is a really tough climate. You guys deal with a lot here in Texas. You deal with the heat, you deal with the drought, you deal with the storms, you deal with the wind. Like, you deal with everything. So you have to have hardy plants, right? It's like you said, it's survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
And so if this is a way that makes it work, like, this is great advice for those of you that live in really tough climates, right?
Yes.
Get the plants that are going to be able to handle the winter, right? Babies in the winter, and then they'll be good. They'll be fantastic.
Yep.
You heard it from Shannon.
They're grown in the tough environment so they can handle the tough environment. So let's talk about
this hedge, because I walked back here and I was like, oh, what's this beautiful thing?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
It is Tangerine Beauty Crossvine, my absolute favorite perennial vine. I have been saying this so much on my channel. You guys, North Texans that watch me, you're probably sick of me saying this, but you have to get this plant. I sent Janie a picture of what it looked like this spring.
I'll put it on the screen.
It was covered in blooms.
Look at this. Here's one. And you said it's already been through 2 flushes?
2 bloom cycles.
Oh,
2 bloom cycles. Now, the second bloom cycle was not as great as the first bloom cycle, and it will continue to be the same. But it will bloom sporadically all season long, and it is evergreen. And it is just super Texas tough. Tough.
I mean, it's, first of all, I noticed the foliage first, and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. What a nice divider between you and your neighbor, you know, kind of giving you guys some privacy and everything like that. But then to add blooms on top of it, and when you said, oh, it's crossvine, I was like,
I saw that you
I just planted these on the back of my house, and so obviously mine are little babies, but they're going to get huge just like this, and it's just going to be amazing.
Yes, and it'll do the whole like first year sleep, second year creep, third year leap, and then you're just going to love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then underneath that you have Hydrangea Alley.
Yeah, I call this Limelight Hydrangea Alley because my Limelight hydrangeas, when they grow here, They love it. If I put them anywhere else in my garden, they don't really thrive, and some of them die in the full sun. But all of these that I have now have been propagated from the originals that
Which
died.
is crazy.
And so, yeah, they're doing so well. And then I always propagate my cuttings of limelight hydrangeas in that planter. I don't know why it works so magically. It just does.
These are
But I
sticks.
stick it into the soil, let it grow all year round, and then that will be probably rooted by the end of this season.
Oh my goodness.
This is Maya. She
Hi,
is
Maya.
our daughter, and in 5th grade, about to graduate 5th grade. So say hi.
Hi.
So are you 11? That's what I have an 11-year-old in 5th grade too.
Yep.
Very nice.
This is a garden bed that's fairly new as
Ooh,
well.
this is pretty. This combination right here.
Yeah, the purple heart with daylily.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And Mystic Spires Salvia.
And see, it can handle all different lighting
Yes,
conditions.
it can.
It doesn't even care.
This particular plant actually was in full sun last year from sun up to sun down.
Oh, wow.
I transplanted it here, which is part sun. It gets 4 hours of sun in the morning, just 4 hours. And it's still like survived the transplant, survived the winter, and is blooming.
Isn't
so
that amazing?
It's an unbelievable plant. That's again, probably number 2 for me. Like blanket flowers, number 1 for being Texas tough. Mystic Spires Salvia is number 2 for being Texas tough.
What would you say your number 1 shrub is?
Well, Sunshine Augustrum. Like, I just love that shrub.
Yeah. No, I just love
sure.
hearing, just like, okay, what are your ride or dies? What are your go-tos? You know what I mean?
And boxwoods. Like, but you see boxwoods everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's hard to get excited about a boxwood.
I know.
You know what I mean? But like, you can still say, no, this is a great plant.
They do get a bad rap. They can survive sun. They can survive shade. They can survive all kinds of different conditions.
They're evergreen.
Yes.
Like their structure, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
If only they had a bloom. Only they had a bloom like your oak leaf hydrangea behind you.
Yes,
I can't
look
stop
at this.
Looking at. This is ridiculous. Wow.
This again was supposed to be a dwarf oak leaf hydrangea.
No.
I think it was mislabeled. I really do.
There's no way this is a dwarf. Like,
and it was only supposed to be 5 feet. It's now, what do you think, 9 feet?
Yeah.
And this is its 3rd year.
Wow.
So it's just.
What's the lighting? It's still 4 hours.
Actually, this is another part sun, but this is for midday hours from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is when this gets sun.
Okay.
And it does fine. They really should get morning sun.
No.
This
it
one
does fine.
It does great.
It does great. Yeah. This is a happy plant right here.
And our kitchen window is right there, which is so cool
nice.
because we can do the dishes and see the beautiful blooms.
And your lucky
oak
neighbors
leaf.
get to have a borrowed landscape too.
Yes.
Well, Shannon, I just have to say a huge thank you to you for 1, letting me come last minute, and 2, sharing all your knowledge on your YouTube channel. It's like you are very, I can't believe you just started. When did you just got crazy?
2020 is when I started to become obsessed. 2023 is when I was like plant nerd.
Like, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Well, I love it. And I love listening to you talk about plants, and you're a talker, which you're just like me. I absolutely love it. But a huge thank you. And
thank
again,
you, Janie. Really.
I am going to link her Grow Roots on in the description down below. Check her out on YouTube and on Instagram. Huge thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.
Bye.